Welcome back, children. Now today we are going to do the second stanza of the poem Amanda. And we saw in the first stanza how her mother used to nag at her and she started dreaming herself as being a mermaid. In the second stanza, the mother is now again asking, "Did you finish your homework, Amanda? Did you tidy your room, Amanda? I thought I told you to clean your shoes, Amanda." Now again we see the bracket here. "I am an orphan roaming the street. I pattern soft dust with my hushed bare feet. The silence is golden, the freedom is sweet." So here in the second stanza, the mother is asking if she had completed her homework, if she had tidied her room, because she had told her to clean her shoes. And in this also we see that the first words are being repeated. Did you finish? Did you tidy? So in the first stanza we did that it is known as anaphora. So this is anaphora. The figure of speech is anaphora. And we see repetition is also here. Amanda. Did you finish your work, Amanda? Did you tidy your room, Amanda? Repetition. I thought I told you to clean your shoes, Amanda. And then Amanda, she does not say anything to her mother, but she starts imagining herself as being an orphan. I am an orphan roaming the street. All alone she's there. She's having bare feet. I pattern soft dust with my hushed bare feet. So she's making drawings in the dust. And she's all quiet. The silence is golden. The freedom is sweet. So this line, the silence is golden. This is metaphor. Here we see that the silence is compared to golden and the freedom is compared to sweet. Here comparison has been used, but we have not used the word like and as. So this is direct. So the silence is golden, the freedom is sweet, is metaphor. So we have anaphora, we have repetition, metaphor. Now next stanza, the third one. Don't eat that chocolate, Amanda. Remember your acne, Amanda. Will you please look at me when I am speaking to Amanda? Now again the daughter, she is now dreaming herself, imagining that she was Rapunzel. Rapunzel is actually a fairy tale character and she was captured by a witch in a tower. And I am a Rapunzel, I have not a care. Life in a tower is tranquil and rare. I will certainly never let down my bright hair. So, her mother is talking to her. She's telling her, don't eat chocolate. You will get pimples. And when I'm talking to you, you should look at me. Here also we see that the repetition has been used. Amanda, Amanda. Then I am Rapunzel. This is imagining. So it is imaginary. She's feeling as if she is Rapunzel. And Rapunzel is actually a girl in a fairy tale. And she feels as if she is Rapunzel and she wants to stay there all alone in that tower. And she says, I will not certainly let down my bright hair. As Rapunzel does it, I will not let down my hair. So here there is allusion. Allusion means use of fairy, famous fairy tale character, and the figure of speech is repetition. The last stanza, that is the fourth one, Stop the sulking at once, Amanda. You're always so moody, Amanda. Anyone would think that I nagged at you, Amanda. So you see that earlier the words which were not spoken by the mother, they were put in brackets, that is parenthesis. A clause or a phrase or word which is inserted in brackets. So here she's not dreaming, she has had enough. She says, stop that sulking. Sulking is don't be in a bad mood, Amanda. You're always so moody. And people would think that I'm nagging, I'm harassing you, I'm bothering you persistently, I'm complaining to you. So here we see that the child Amanda is being nagged by her mother, and as a result a child becomes a rebellion and she's going to do the same things again and again. Thank you, children. Have a good day.